Under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976, allowance is made for fair use for a purpose such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. For uses of use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Nonprofit, education, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use. Now let's start this dang show.
You gonna have any fights this week? Oh man, we gotta have some fights.
This was a rough night, man. We didn't get stuff done the way we wanted to on either side of the ball, and man, we were excited about the chance and wanted to go after these guys and go get them. You saw we were really aggressive throwing the ball in the first half. Got us out of balance run pass wise. I know that, but we had so many good opportunities, and Sheena was able to find his guys on the actions and all that. It got us in the red area, and then we didn't function well, and we got sacked a little bit, we got hit a little bit, and didn't work out. I was really disappointed that we didn't stop them more. There was a space in that game. There were 3 or 4 drives in a row, and we couldn't get off the field. And it wasn't all third down stuff. They did a nice job. They have a really good offense, and they do a nice job with it. Obviously. Pickens was really a problem for us, and it wasn't just when he caught it. It was his after catch stuff that really was impressive. That he was able to run through us like that. I don't even know Dak's numbers, but he must have had a pretty good night himself. 25-33, so he was on it. And so very difficult night for us. Sorry about it. I feel bad.
Pete, you mentioned that the balance got out of whack there a little bit. It was 31 dropbacks in that first half, 3 runs. Is that? I mean, I can't imagine that that's something that you like to look at.
Yeah, it wasn't 31 dropbacks. It was a bunch of play action passes, and really, I really wanted to see us do that. There's only one person to look at, it's me, because I was influenced on the game plan. I loved the way we were chunking them, and we made big plays. But I knew what was happening, and Chip and I knew what was going on, but we were trying to stay with it and to see if we could continue to get the big plays, which we were getting, and then we just stalled in the red zone. And unfortunately, I don't really care about pleasing people with our run pass mix. I'm trying to move the football, and we wanted to get the ball to Brock a bunch and see what he could do and our other guys, and that kind of worked out. But when you come back to it, we were supposed to be ahead with that approach, and then we're supposed to come back and run the football in the second half and later in the second quarter. But our inability to get in the zone and to stop them, it didn't work out that way. So I'm totally responsible for how that happened.
All right, Asylum. Did you hear all that? Sorry, my bad. You hear all that?
As much as I tried not to hear it, I think I've heard it for the last 8 weeks.
Well, we're not going to do all like, oh, yeah, somehow, because we all know how we feel. So we're just going to go straight into it. Let's go into some CMN news. Let's do it, Asylum. Let's get this going.
This is CMN, a cage match news update.
Hello, this is Asylum Burgundy at the Al Davis news desk for your cage match news update. The Raiders played the Cowboys on Monday Night Football and succumbed to a Monday Night Massacre. Straight okay. This Max Crosby strip sack is the only real highlight we got. Ugh. Because then we did this stupid shit.
We didn't think that it would happen to us, but shit, he did it, you know. Did I just say shit? Yeah, sorry. Bleep that out, please.
Yes, shit. This surprise onside punt surprised ourselves. I don't know what to say anymore. Just stop putting this team on primetime until they earn it. It's like airing dirty laundry.
That's tipped and picked. Intercepted by Marquise Bell.
Gino has entered the chat.
And I keep saying this, man. If something don't look right out there, blame it on me, right? If it don't look right, blame it on me. That's all you can do. Blame it on me. If your kids mess up at school, blame it on me. Car break down going to work, blame it on me.
Here at CMN, we are about testing theories, so we put this one to the test.
Don't do any odds,
Oh, no.
Look what you've done. You have creamed my garage door.
If it don't look right, blame it on me.
3, 2, 1! 1, 2, 3! What the heck is bothering me? Finally. Almost lost it there. Complete control now. 3, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3. What the heck is bothering me?
It is clear this theory doesn't work in stressful situations. It just makes things worse. Busted. As much as this game was a flop, it was the first Monday night game back after the YouTube Disney dispute. Let's welcome the chairman of Disney, Mickey Mouse. How's it going?
Hello, Asylum Burgundy! Thank you for having me!
No, thank you. So tell us, from the beginning, what really happened.
Disney went to Google, searched "Where's my money?" and no results, so we had to research ourselves.
But why now during the middle of college football and NFL season?
It's just business. The cheese needed to be sharper than cheddar.
But weren't you afraid of angering people and losing customers?
You know, negotiations ain't easy. But we did it. YouTube TV had the money. We just wanted to make sure it wasn't a mousetrap.
Wow. Tell the people how you really feel out there watching.
Aren't you glad to have your precious ESPN and Monday Night Football back? You're welcome. Let go of me. You got nothing. I know Roger
Okay,
Goodell.
move along. If there's nothing else to see, that's all, folks. I like the sound of that. That's all, folks.
Well, that was random. Lastly, Shedeur Sanders could start this Sunday against the Raiders. Okay, I'm done. Peace.
The exclusive interview with Mickey Mouse there, right there. All right, so
gotta make sure the cheese was sharper than cheddar.
The cheese was sharper than cheddar. All right, let's do this real quick. Let's get the I'm trying to do things real fast. The queen of the show, Miss Peggy. Let's get her on and let's get this lesson going. Here we go. So I'm roll out the red carpet. Here we go. Hello, Miss Peggy.
It's really an interesting day because for the first time, Raider Nation realized we've been conned again. Okay?
Yeah.
And I told you 3 weeks ago when I was on 2 or 3 appearances ago, what in the world about the roster made you think that this was going to be a good season? Okay? But now I'm beginning to think that Pete set it up that way. And you can call, put on our tinfoil hats, Asylum. Where's that tinfoil hat, right? Our conspiracy theory. There he goes. Because Raider fans, we are being conned again. Pete Carroll has no less than 3 assistants, a coaching analyst, a senior vice president of operations, and some sort of position that I have no idea. And then there are 14, ladies and gentlemen, 14, count them, offensive assistants. Can you believe that? 14 offensive assistants. 2 quality control guys, 2 with 0 experience. You would have thought, if you're going to have quality control on offense, one of your guys actually has to know what he's doing. But no. No. Pete has turned the Raiders staff into his little personal fiefdom, little kingdom, with all these people on the gravy train. Savage. What?
Yes.
Why do you need 14 assistants on offense and you're the 32nd ranked offense in the NFL? Tell me why.
It depends. How many are Pete Carroll's kids? Because, that's all that's what matters.
Pete's kids. But we got ourselves all kinds of extra folks, offensive assistant, run game coordinators, senior offensive assistant. Like I said, 2 guys on offensive quality control. Okay? And now Pete, not happy with just him and maybe 1 or 2, he has a senior vice president of coaching operations. Can any of you guys or any of our audience tell me what's that?
It's redundancy.
A head coach research specialist. A coaching analyst. I thought maybe that was Pete's psychiatrist. What are y'all thinking?
Maybe it's, how you have those people who go around and they help other people how to use their iPhones and everything. Maybe that's what that guy is. Hey, look, Pete, we don't do the paper. We print out the field anymore. We do these tablets. Let me show you how to use it. You got to go in there, and there you go, and there you go. Maybe, I don't know.
Admittedly, we're a little behind. Us old schoolers are behind. We're used to the days where maybe say 5, 6 guys actually coaching, and then a bunch of little assistants, running around handing out the Gatorade. But these guys have actual positions, and they're probably making actual money. On the other hand, In contrast to the 14 offensive play assistants we have, there are 9 on defense. Okay, and due to a certain person, Pete deciding to throw somebody under the bus, we only have 2 special teams guys now instead of the 3 we had before. You understand why I got my tinfoil hat on? We are being conned again. And let's not even put Mark Davis in this, because we know Mark don't really care. There he is. I love it. Mark don't even care about what goes on. Pete is running this show. Pete runs the front office. Pete runs the coaching staff. And I, for one, I have no idea. I mean, I don't even, Spy Tech is another one of Pete's assistants. Do y'all get that now? He made no off-season O-line acquisitions, save one little bum from Cincinnati. He didn't get us a number 1 wide receiver, which we desperately needed, right? He didn't get anybody to replace Wilkins. He didn't make any moves before the November trading deadline, except that he sent Myers bye-bye, a situation. Okay? A situation that Pete created in the offseason by refusing to extend Myers' contract. What do we have here? He didn't get Lockett when Lockett was available. He didn't get any number 1. There were 7 number 1 receivers on the market. Pickens, the guy who made our DBs look stupid Monday night, you'll recall, he was out there until May 7th. He did not get traded to the Cowboys until May 7th. What was our front office doing all this time?
And that's, when you have the second most cap space to play with under the Patriots, who spent a lot, because we keep talking about it. They took half our defensive starters. Well, I'm exaggerating, but our main middle linebacker in Spillane, and then our rotational defensive end in Chason, and then eventually our safety that got injured, Epps, who eventually left the Patriots. I think he's back on the Eagles now, but they spent their money, and look at them, 9-2. And all we got was Kappa, like you said. And we got half a draft class that we don't even use on the field. Actually, more. We got like 80% of the draft class we don't use on the field.
Pete refuses to use them on the field. Pete is making all of these calls. Do not kid yourself. It's Pete that decided that Grant and Rodgers would be inactive for most of the season. And with the O-line being in the shape that it is in, I don't see why not. What is he waiting for? The season is over. So why are you waiting to plug these guys in?
I've been saying, I said that last week. I was saying that let's see what we got. I don't understand how you go into the off week, or not off week, but the part of the week where you got to get everything going. When you started, you got 2 offensive linemen down, and you bring in a fucking linebacker off the practice squad. You can't tell me there's no offensive lineman on that practice squad. Why are we bringing defense into this game when we need to focus on the guys who just got hurt? Even if it's just for the simple fact of injuries are happening, let's bring these guys up for depth just in case, because who's going to go out there next? You're not going to put your tight ends out there because they're already trying to block and do everything else. You're going to start throwing wide receivers as your offensive linemen just because you got a plethora of them on the team. I mean, bring in the guys that you need to. And I know that's a Pete choice. I'm with you on that. I know that's a Pete choice.
No, this is all Pete Carroll. This is all about his ego, okay? From him not admitting that his son is doing a terrible job.
True.
From him not talking about he doesn't want to play rookies.
True.
Even arguably him sticking with Geno because Well, he's the guy that I bought in and paid.
He's doing the exact thing. We had this argument, not us, but I've had this argument with people when we were talking about we're looking for the head coach. It was the whole Deion Sanders and Shedeur Sanders thing. And I said I didn't want it because I did not think Deion would be able to sit his kid if he is not playing well. And in turn, we didn't do that, but we got that same damn situation going, just with different people.
That's what they call it. It's called nepotism, but it's more than that. This is about Pete Carroll's ego. He's destroying this.
Yeah.
I don't think they want to win. Pete Carroll don't want to win.
Do you? Well, because Saddam, he says I think Pete lost it. It's past the coaching right now. He's whatever. Do you think that Pete knows he's? Do you think Pete knows he's he's destroying this team? Is he aware?
He's aware of that. He has another agenda. Providing unemployment for unemployed coaches and assistants in the NFL. Opening up a training academy with Mark Davis's money, and I don't feel sorry for Davis at all. This is what happens when you run a tomato factory. You're not about tomatoes. Con men come in and do a job on you. They are spending Mark Davis's money left and right, paying themselves and producing zero results. And I don't think Pete much cares what anybody thinks. It's the results. What do you think? And this is, I've been waiting to see you too, because what do you think about Pete having the audacity to say the reason we didn't run the football is because throwing it was our best chance to win?
I have that clip? Should we review it real quick?
Let's do it.
That's the point where I have officially on Pete Carroll forever.
Well, that's right here. This is right here.
If there isn't some type of changes, is there a concern that you can send the message that there isn't accountability for the offense and it's being anemic?
I don't have a chance at understanding what that question was. So try it again, please.
Yes, sir. Is there a concern with all the changes that were made to the offense this season to fix how bad it was last year, and it's still struggling, that if you don't make changes to your offense, there's going to be concerns that it's not being held accountable like other areas of the team?
No, I don't. It's the last part of that question that I don't even know how to address. We're gonna take a look at everything we're doing, and which is what we do on a week-to-week, day-to-day basis. And we don't know. That's the only way you do it. And so, as you're looking at this question to project in the future how we're going to look back at how we didn't get anything done, I really don't have a good answer for you. But
hold on, doesn't it sound like when you have when your kid's in trouble? And you see he knocked over something that broke, okay? Hey, what happened here? No, look, mom, dad, look, see, I was playing, and then I was over here, I was over here playing, and then it just fell, and I don't know what happened. I was over here, and a lot of stuttering going on where he's trying to find the traction in the mud that he's created. He's trying to find the traction, like in My Cousin Vinny, when the tire spins, you gotta go put the.
He's trying to get his positive traction to work.
Guys, Pete doesn't want to be accountable for anything. This is all about him not taking responsibility for the poor off-season decisions he's made and the poor performance of the offense. He just doesn't want to admit.
And it's also poor choices. His whole interview going into halftime when they had only run the ball 3 times the whole half, and he turns around and says, "Oh yeah, well, we really need to be running the ball better. We got to run the ball." You don't even call great fucking run break. But now you want to see him break the run? This is your call. In this interview, he even says, I made the play. I got my hands involved in the play calling this game. So that
like
lack
you know
of run
anything
game.
about offense. This is the Pete Carroll that we saw with the New York Jets before he got his feelings hurt and tucked tail and ran to college. Okay? This is that Pete Carroll.
We got the Jets Pete Carroll and the Jets Geno Smith.
Yes, we do. We most certainly do. And there is zero accountability. He refuses to talk about the real issues. That reporter asked a very, very important question. But let me tell you when I knew how crazy it had gotten. Y'all remember when Tucker got us pinned back? Now, I'm not even going to ask why Tucker was out on kickoff returns, right? When we hadn't seen him doing that. But Tucker gets us, his mishandling of the ball gets us pinned at the 2-yard line.
Yeah.
Pete and Chip have already said to the Cowboys defense, we're so afraid of your front four and your pass rush, and we know our guys are the 32nd ranked blocking O-line. We're not going to run the football. What's the first play that Chip Kelly calls for you?
He finally calls a run.
After the penalty.
We'll put the penalty in there. You call the run play, and as you know, the penalty comes, and when the whistle blows, they already had 3 guys past your offensive line. So they already blew it up. So you turn around and call another run play on the 1-yard line instead, when they just proved they're going to do what they're going to do, and what happened.
Pete isn't that incompetent. Chip isn't that incompetent. This is being done on purpose. And I know what that purpose is. Some people might say, oh, they're playing for a number one. But, oh, by the way, you got to know what to do with that number one pick now, don't you?
I don't want the number one.
Pete. I don't trust Spytech after the way that front office has not been able to deliver top quality personnel to this team. I don't trust any of them to do anything with the number one pick. Forget about us getting the number one pick. They're going to screw it up. And while we're here, guys, let's just detour briefly, and I want the audience to be in on this too. You're Spytech, right? And you're sketching out, because remember, you don't know jack shit about being a GM, right? You still are learning. So what are your first, second, and third round position needs? And don't give me that I'd like to trade back in this. I'm not talking about draft strategy. I don't want to hear that crap. I want to hear what positions you were in charge of the first, second, and third round pick. What positions would you pick? First round, second round, third round. This is for the audience.
My first round's the same position I said last season that we did not fucking do. Offensive line.
Offensive line for Asylum. Asylum was offensive line. How about second round?
Offensive line.
Third round.
Wide receiver.
Wide receiver. Well, wait a minute. But wait. Didn't our genius front office pick 2 wide receivers in the 2025 draft? It was our delusional? Including wasting a second round pick on a wide receiver who doesn't run deep. But anyway, okay, Savage, it's your turn. First round, what position?
Well, you know what? We done. I'm just gonna go. You know what? Let's just take another chance. Let's go quarterback. Let's just do it. If we're gonna be patient,
already there.
If we got it, because they keep telling us Chip Kelly, Pete Carroll, and Geno Smith, gotta be patient. No, We didn't get a 36-year-old quarterback for $66 million for us to be patient. If that was the case, we should have went for a quarterback and be patient. Or we should have stayed with our guy over here. We should have stayed with, and he's active. We should have stayed with our guy here and just run it with him back.
But
At
we
this
did
point,
get a quarterback last year, though.
And we did get a quarterback with Cam Miller. So
wait, are you suggesting that the Raiders need to pick a quarterback first round?
I'm suggesting stop with the Band-Aids, whether that's for quarterback or whether that's with coach, because it hasn't worked. I put this up here and I stole the idea from national TV. I don't care, but I made it nicer. This is what we had as Vegas Raiders. John Gruden came from Oakland. The last years in Oakland came over. John Gruden was building a team, had to resign. We all know why. Bisaccia, maybe, could have been something. Continue that to the playoffs, maybe, but then that's when they started derailing. And it's all retreads and hopefuls. But we said, let's keep
the list of the GMs.
I have that too somewhere.
I don't believe
have it up here?
that our problem is
I gotta find it.
head coach. Our problem is GM. But go ahead. And
Well,
I know you got that, but you still haven't told me first round. You say we need a quarterback.
I'll say, you know what? Let's just force feed it. If we're not going to use the guys we have on the roster outside of Geno Smith, if we're not going to esse Aiden O'Connell because they're too stubborn, if we're not going to use Cam Miller because I don't know, whatever, if we're not going to do it, then you know what? Hondo said on one of his whatchamacallits, one of his videos, keep drafting the quarterback until we get it right. At this point, I don't care no more. I don't care no more because whatever we're doing is not working.
You want a quarterback first.
I want to be like the Browns. I want to be like the Browns and get a first-round quarterback every single year until we get Baker Mayfield and then trade him away.
Aren't we the Browns? Don't we got like 4 quarterbacks? They had 4 quarterbacks. We're already being the fucking Browns.
I mean,
we got one of their quarterbacks.
Cleveland brought in 5 quarterbacks into camp this year. I mean,
Take a flyer.
Two draftees. What about second round? Come on now, I'm gonna make you.
I want.
Second round. Okay,
we need offensive linemen. We need a left tackle. We need a left tackle that's not going to keep getting injured. I was with you, Peggy, when we said let's trade Colton Miller for some picks. But then they ended up extending him.
Pete Carroll snafu. But go ahead. Just another. You can just pile the mistakes up, and I'm gonna make a list on my Facebook post because I've been making a list instead of being Santa Claus, right? Checking it twice, seeing who's naughty or nice. I've been making a list of the Pete Carroll errors from the day he arrived. But come on, Savage, give me your second round pick. What position?
Like I said, I need a left tackle.
Left tackle. What about?
I need a left tackle. I need a left. And third round. It has to be defense. You got to give me a cornerback or you got to give me a DB. Give me a DB.
You'd like to have a corner. Okay.
Corner, yeah, DB.
All these people we talking about drafting are going to be stone cold rookies. Okay, they ain't going to know nothing when they step on the field. Unless you got a Brock Bowers, right? A total natural, which only happens once when the comet streaks in the sky. You're going to have to give them development time, right? So the Raiders are so desperate now. We need guys that can step right in and fix things.
Well, we've done that already.
Okay,
and
if that's the case, you give away all your draft picks and trade for the positions you need.
And look, your strategy.
Get the Ricky Williams.
That strategy is better than the one that Spytek and Carroll have on the board. But Pete Carroll, now let me do a disclaimer.
It's a Mike Ditka trade.
Just because I think Pete Carroll is a POS doesn't mean I want him fired. Okay, not yet, because as Savage, you just showed us that list. 6 head coaches in 7 years, 6 years ain't exactly a good record either.
No.
But what I'm saying to you is Pete Carroll is here for ego only. He's one in a long line of con men that have come to the Raiders just for the money. And everybody on that staff, I believe, is here for the money. They cannot be proud of what they're doing. I mean, they cannot be proud of what
if all they're here for money and they got their money, then they're strutting their shit because they're proud because they got paid. The con went through, they got their con, so they're proud about that. They don't care about what's on the field.
About winning or putting a product on the field that has half a chance of winning. They never, from the day Pete got here, there was never any urgency about that O-line because that was going to be the key. He was more concerned about bringing his boy, Geno Smith, here and then getting him an extension, right, to that contract than he was about fixing the O-line. It's always been a con from day one. And it continues to be a con. A con game being run, unfortunately, on Mark Davis, but by the way, us fans, with the delusion that there was any talent. And let us do, while we're at it, since I went through the draft picks, now I'm going to go to each of y'all talking about playmakers. At this time on the Raider team, besides Max Crosby, a playmaker is a guy that can change, impact the outcome of games. I'm not talking about potential. That has demonstrated that he can change the game. He can make a play that can either put points on the board or take points off. Besides Max Crosby, can you name somebody else on the Raiders that's a official
Brock Bowers
play? Brock Bowers. But by the way, how many touchdowns does he have this year?
He has he has three. He has three. Three. Because he had the three against the Jaguars. That was his only touchdowns.
All right. So Brock Bowers, name me another player. It's helped us win any games because you have to have so much more. But playmakers, Crosby, Bowers.
Right here. AJ Cole.
There we go.
Because every year, as long as we have an all-star punter,
yeah,
can flip the field.
We're going to use them.
And Al Davis was always, when people would ask him, what's the secret to the Raiders' success, he would always start by talking about his kicking game.
Yeah.
I always knew it didn't matter whether he won by 1 point or 10.
Just win.
Kicking game has to be or just win. Okay?
Yeah.
So, AJ, playmaker. Go ahead. Y'all are struggling. I can see it. I can feel the struggle trying to come up with a name. Okay? Go ahead.
Asylum, it's your turn.
No, I think it's
There's nobody. If you're saying straight, like not potential, because if we give Genty some time.
See, what makes it hard is she's talking about game changers, but there's been one player that has played well and going. Might not be a game changer as of yet, but the Adams at linebacker.
We talk about potential again.
Not potential. He's playing well. How is that potential?
Wait, who?
The linebacker conversion.
Oh, Adams?
Devin
Adams.
Jamal Adams.
Jamal Adams.
He doesn't even lead in tackles at any week. What are you talking about? What are we looking at? He's not led in tackles in any way. He hasn't appeared in the top 5 in tackles any week of the season. So what's he doing? Is he leading in INTs, fumble recoveries, forced fumbles? What is he doing? I mean, Raider. I love my Raider Nation, but sometimes y'all get a fixation on players that just don't deserve it. Look at their stats before you come to me talking about how great and wonderful a player is. I mean,
well,
you talk about Devin White, who's actually been the only one besides Crosby that's been stepping up to the plate.
Yeah. It's I'm a little disappointed in Roberts. I thought Roberts would be more was a slight upgrade on Spillane. I know he got years over Spillane, like he has more attraction, more miles, but Roberts has been like you hear about him, he'll make a good tackle, and then you don't hear about him for like the next game and a half.
Because he never knows where the ball is going. He's just buck stupid when it comes to that. He just never know. He's never in the right gap. He's never positioned properly. When that runner gets to the second level, which he will because of our D-line, which we will talk about shortly, he's just never there. He's never around the ball. That means he doesn't know what's going on in front of him, which means he has low football IQ.
I'm not going to lie. There's times where I don't even know if he's on the field. I don't even notice him on the field.
No one. He's never led in tackles. He's never been in the top 5 tackles. Another disappointment. I mean, both Adams and Roberts, I mean, they are never in the top 5 in tackles, which means they don't know what's going on.
I think when Adams is on the field, he does show a presence. They should just start Adams over Roberts. Put Adams at middle linebacker. Because whatever's going on now is not working. Just throw a whole bunch of guys out there who want to play. Because it's not working. None of it's working. Pete has his favorites. They get all, Palomao has been kind of irritating me.
You said it. Pete has his favorite.
Right. Yeah. And Solemn, you can agree with me on this. If you're a player on a team and you see all this politics and shenanigans, people in denial, people lying, people disrespecting players, trying to deny that their coaching efforts have been extremely poor, don't work, they're bad coaches. You see all this going on around you. You see people getting paid that aren't doing nothing, while a guy who wanted to get paid had to beg to be traded mid-season, as if he was going to give you 100% effort after you basically told him, "Oh, we don't really want you." I don't even know what they expected Myers to do after they told him that, especially after Myers sits back and sees them pay Geno, pay Colton, but not pay him.
Yeah.
See,
and that kind of stuff affects it affects the locker room. Players start
morale.
They start giving up. They start trying less. They start going, and I'm tired of hearing Pete say, in the middle of a fucking game, "Oh, we got to keep doing what we're doing. It's practice." No, this is a fucking football game. Get your ass out there and play football. Practice was the 3 days that you had earlier before this.
That's early signs of dementia or some kind of cognitive decline where
going on.
You think you're in practice.
Pete is not doing his job. Pete is on some kind of ego trip. Pete is in another universe. He is not coaching this team. And I want to stop for a minute and talk about what y'all saw in that secondary Monday night. And for the audience, did you see how many players were in the secondary? Standing still.
Yeah.
Missing tackles. Planting themselves in front of Pickens, and Pickens just makes a cut in another direction. And I'm like, are his shoes still there? Did you see how how many times that happened in our secondary. It was as if they weren't making any effort whatsoever to stop it.
My mom said that Pete's gambling. My mom said Pete Carroll is oh, I'm forgetting his name. Pete baseball player. I'm forgetting his name. Pete Rose. Pete is Pete. Pete is Pete. He's over there at FanDuel like, okay, let me see. How much is for a Geno sack? You know what? Run it again. Pass play. Geno sack, $50. Let's go.
At this point, I wouldn't be surprised. There is something going on, and it has nothing to do. To me, he's disrespecting our franchise.
Yeah.
He's yet another Josh McDaniels disrespecting our franchise, not trying to get the best performance because he don't care, right? All
he
people got jobs.
He said that too in his presser. He said, "I don't care what you guys think about my balance of run pass. I'm just trying to move the football." Yeah, but that ain't working.
No,
the pass ain't working.
But he's saying more than that. If you guys are looking at that, he's saying,
"Oh yeah,"
and I don't trust my O-line or my running backs to get it done. That's what he's saying. Instead of coaching up these groups. At game 11, they've decided we'll just do workarounds. That's what they're not even trying to coach them up anymore. We'll just do a workaround. We won't run the football. 42 passes, 8 runs. Geno had more yards than Junti and Mostert combined.
Yeah.
No. That's a coach that said, oh, because I can't fix this, I'll ignore it in the game plan. I mean, this is as bad as it gets. And notice Brady has been nowhere around because he was the one, I'm sure, that advocated for firing Telesco, hiring Spytek, firing AP, and hiring Pete Carroll. I'm sure he was behind that. Because of that, has anybody seen Brady around lately?
They actually showed him walking into the game, but then after that, he didn't want to get the whole headset on, and then they go and put the camera on him, and then now it's a whole nother.
Remember? No interviews. No. Female reporter putting a mic in his face. Tom, what are you thinking about how the Raiders are playing now? Ooh,
he doesn't want to, the whole Fox NFL. Yeah, I don't know.
See, that goes to what I have been saying all along. Brady has zero experience owning, running, coaching, running a front office, drafting, scouting, nothing. He's just been a quarterback. He has zero experience. He doesn't know what the hell he's doing. And this mess that we see in 2025 is a perfect example of what I'm talking about. Everybody
My mom's on fire.
He's going to save the franchise. No, he's not. Because he doesn't know what he's doing. I keep going back to experience. And if people are stupid and talking about, well, where are we going to get it? If you don't have the connections, the networking, and know who the guys are that can do the job that are out there, hey. That's on you.
It's the when we talked about this in the offseason, it's like the Michael Jordan thing when Michael Jordan tried to take over the Bobcats and
yeah,
it didn't
work out well. Town with the Bullets, with the
Washington, the Wizards, yeah.
Whatever.
Well, then that means that he has to come out of retirement. We need a quarterback. Then that means Brady comes out of retirement, like Michael Jordan, and he comes down onto the field and he gives us a couple seasons, just to get the fans back into the stadium. Okay.
And I would go along with you on that just so we can get a decent O-line because Tom ain't gonna step out there on the field, knowing he getting ready
Well,
to get his leg broke.
he
Okay,
he he
he's
helped
not
with
gonna do that.
he helped with getting Kappa over from the Buccaneers when he played with him at the Buccaneers when they won the Super Bowl. So he can have.
It's just a big gravy train. It's a buffet that a lot of greedy people are feeding at our expense. They don't care, and I don't care nothing about John Lynch. For every John Lynch you can name, there's a Martin Mayhew or somebody who busted out. Ex-players do not, in general, make good executives. There's a John Elway.
No, who was the I'm forgetting his name, the tight end who was the GM for the Ravens, and then he got the 2 rings.
Ozzie Newsome,
Ozzie,
one of the great success. But for every Ozzie, there's at least 5 of them that are just forgettable. I mean, and I had the list. I bring up the list, but everybody was talking about, well, you know, Tom, the ex-player, look what happened to Lynch. First of all, Lynch was a GM, not an owner. Let's get that straight. Ozzie was a GM, not an owner.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're not even talking about.
And that's the only thing they focus on. They're not focusing on broadcasting and doing productions and doing this and doing that and then being an owner. Like their job,
million things.
Their focus. Yeah. And my mom said cloning dogs. Their focus was on the team and the talent and working with the scouts. That's what their job. They were focused on one thing. They stayed behind the scenes, but you knew their name because you knew who the ones that built, who were the architect of these teams that went and the best defense ever in history with the Ravens and all that.
But see,
so
we need that guy. We need an Ozzie because the Raiders, more than we need a coach, we need an Ozzie. The GM is the guy that puts the talent on the field for the coach to coach. If the coach doesn't have talent, he will never be successful. And that's what I think has happened successively to every Raider coach that has come in here since Gruden left in 2002.
Yeah.
It's if the GM doesn't put the talent on the field, the coach will not be successful. It's as simple as that. Your GM has to be successful. Not only in drafting, right, but free agent acquisitions as well. He got to convince people to come play with you. Who has Spytech convinced to come play with us besides
Kappa,
retread wannabes and guys that are working on their 4th team in 5 years? What big name has Spytech convinced to come here?
Big name.
What? Why is it crickets? Come on now. Come on, Asylum. Where your little sound effects now? I want the cricket thing.
I don't. I'm building it. I'm gonna start doing a Jeopardy theme song.
Done anything to bring in what the Raiders needed to be competitive this year. We needed a number 1 receiver. We couldn't even get Metcalf, who Pete Carroll drafted in 2019. We couldn't even get Metcalf to come here. I mean, Tyler.
We had the GM that we needed, but only for a year.
Because
and they kicked him
Tom
out.
Knew better, right?
They kicked him out.
People talk about, well, it never works when the head coach gets hired. Telesco should have hired AP's replacement. Now, Telesco doesn't have a good track record at hiring coaches, granted, but nevertheless, I would trust Tom Telesco picking any of my drafts and convincing a whole lot of free agents to come here more than I would trust Tom Brady and Spytech, whatever that is, okay? He convinced no big name to come play for the Raiders, and we've talked about it Um, people may.
I mean, even
just may not want to come here.
even with head coach, I mean that the big name was supposed to be Ben Johnson and
or Vrabel.
Mike Vrabel. And I know we were like, no, let's keep AP just for the continuity. Me and the son, we're not going to pretend like we knew. And I know, and he's in the comments. Raider Homer said Mike Vrabel. I'm going to give him his props. He's 9-2. Ben Johnson 7-3. You would think Vrabel with Brady, since they were teammates, the whole New England connection. But we didn't want to do the whole thing because of the McDaniels thing. We didn't want to go. Let's try again to be the New England Raiders. Or
remember, Vrabel made it clear he wanted nothing to do with the Raiders. He made it clear.
I know he didn't want nothing to do with the Titans.
I mean, it's the whole thought process that Raider fans understand. Why do things keep going bad year after year after year? The answer is right in front of our eyes, because the GMs of all the successful franchises are the ones that put the talent on the field. They hire the coaches. They help make huge decisions in a franchise. If you don't have a strong GM, if you don't have a GM with experience, with a network that knows how to convince players to come and play for you, you're screwed. And that's what the Raiders are. And Douglas out there, he says no one wants to play for the Raiders. I'm scared that might be true. That's all the more reason why we need an experienced GM, a GM that knows a lot of agents, knows a lot of guys, can say, look, even if I can't, even if, you've heard all these terrible things about the Raiders, I can guarantee you that your man will not be mistreated if he plays well for the Raiders. I mean, you got to have a GM to assure the players and their agents that they're not going to be treated like Derek Carr, 9 years of service, and he gets banned from the building. Right?
Yeah.
Have to beg for his release. I mean, they want assurances. You look at, there you go again. And then, of course, you have to have a GM that knows talent.
Yeah.
I can't really say much more than a GM that has talent. And we had a better shot with Tom Telesco than we had with anybody else. I mean, look at those drafts. I mean, just look at them. Look at the entire 2020 draft. A lot of those guys aren't even in football anymore. Ruggs, Arnett, Bowden, Edwards, Tanner Muse, Simpson. Amik is still in football. I mean,
he's the only one. He's with the Lions.
Right. When your draft picks aren't even in football anymore after 3 or more years, what does that say about that pick? They're not
a wasted pick.
Totally. I mean, if they're playing for somebody else, they probably could have been a good pick if we had had decent coaching. I mean, I'm not going to take that. I mean,
or like Asylum says, the right system for these players.
Right. Reggie McKenzie's record was far worse. I mean, whole drafts were MIA after 3 years. Entire drafts. 2006, 15, 16, 17, 18, gone. By 2021, they were all gone. And at least 30 of them, of the 52 draft picks that Reggie made, 30 of them by 20 weren't even in football anymore. They weren't even playing. Nowhere.
Maybe we stained them to where they weren't good anymore. They're like, oh, we see what they did with the Raiders? Nah.
You see what happened, Asylum? They just colored their souls to the point where they just couldn't. They couldn't bring themselves to try out for any other team. No, half of them were injured when they got here. Let's
Projects.
not forget
First round projects.
Projects or reaches
all
or
projects. I mean, drafting a strong safety that's 5'9", first round. I just, again, the problem with the Raiders, we just haven't been lucky. Al was our GM for 40 years. We didn't have to worry about a GM. But after Al left in 2011, all of a sudden, 44 years he was the GM.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, now we have to find a GM to fill his shoes. And his son has not been successful. He just isn't plugged in. He doesn't know enough guys. He doesn't have a network. He doesn't have, the way to find and test talented guys. You don't necessarily have to hire them first year, but bring them in as a consultant. Pay him. See what kind of decision making, how he gets along with the staff. You need to observe people. But we can't talk about it. Anyway, guys, I got to go. And it's been a blast. Look at Gio. I mean, somebody mentioned Cam, by the way, mentioned Cam Kelly, but no. I mean, Champ is now the interim GM down at Miami. GM is a tough job, guys. Really tough job. And you might even risk people calling you a micromanager like they called Al, right? But in fact, Al was doing his job. The job of the GM is to make sure that the head coach makes good football decisions that make sense. And if they don't, the GM's job is to step in and say, hold up, you can't do that. But there's nobody to step in on Pete, is there? Right?
Well, that's why there needs to be that red phone on the sideline. Who is it? Hello?
I know.
Al Davis says, why are you running that defense? I didn't tell you to run that defense when we're doing chalk talk over there. What kind of offense are you running? Didn't I tell you to go deep? Yeah, but Al, I'm the coach. Yeah, and I'm the one signing your paychecks. What are you doing down there?
Exactly.
Bench that MFR, okay?
Our problem starts at the top, even above Pete Carroll. There's no check and balance on Pete's ego and what he is doing to this franchise. And it's a darn shame. But, of course, Mark Davis has it coming from not taking care of his product. Anyway, we'll talk in 2 weeks. It won't be better news, but hopefully we'll have more chance to think about the draft. Okay, guys? Peace.
All right.
See you later.
All right. Thank you, Miss Peggy. We want to thank everybody. Miss Peggy was having audio issues. That's why we kind of started a little late. We were trying to fix it. But it was I
had to turn my speakers up and have you screaming in my ear, just so I could hear Miss Peggy. And I'm sure she tried to set something my way, and I missed it here or there. But we appreciate everybody who was able to hear her and deal with that.
Yes. But it's just kind of like how the Raider season is going, because that was like us last week. We were trying to start, and then I'm having audio issues. So it means that the listening factor is just not working, whether it's on our podcast, because we can't relay the message sometimes, or within the Raiders. So, but
I have to agree with the majority of what Peggy's saying.
Yeah.
Or has said for people who may have struggled. I mean, it is, she keeps saying front office, and there was actually an article that was out that is saying the front office is not changing.
Well, I have the video for that.
Oh, okay.
That article came from. But before we do that though, I know you got something you want to play, so that's why I was trying to. You got something you want to play, so I'm gonna give you here. It's you go, Asylum. So the floor is yours.
Well, Asylum Burgundy will let you know, but today's a very special day. I will play the video and then we'll go from there. So here we go.
Hello, everyone. This is Asylum Burgundy, and I just want to give a birthday shout out to a very special lady. As the inner voice of co-host Asylum, I want to say I love you, babe. Now let's light the candles. Happy birthday, Elizabeth.
Yes, today's Mr. Asylum's birthday. Just wanted to give her a shout out on her birthday. Happy birthday. Sorry, work calls. Got to be doing this on your birthday, but I hope you got everything you wanted. I know what I got her, so I know she's happy with that, but happy birthday and to many more.
He got her a new contract where he signed, all right, babe, you have another 50 years of me. If I last that long. No, I'm joking.
Ouch.
With these Raiders, you never know.
Are hard on my heart, though, so.
You're starting to look like Pete Carroll now, the way these Raiders are playing, okay? No. I'm just joking. But going to what you were saying, Asylum. What you were saying, Asylum. This is the article right here, but this is where it came from. So let's play it. Oh, not that one. Let's take this off. We're done with that. Let's go to here. So this is what Asylum was talking about right here.
Yeah. They can probably say it better than me.
Front office, I think everyone is safe. That's from John Spytek to all the great people that he hired this offseason. I think they want to build this the right way. The coaching staff, that's one where we'll be watching very closely. They already fired the special teams coordinator last week, and now there are questions over here around the NFL about head coach Pete Carroll, offensive coordinator Chip Kelly. Those are the two that kind of are watching here. And it's like, do we blow it up and just fire everybody, or do we just change some of the staffing over here? Because we tried to put together a staff that Pete had no familiarity with some of the coordinators here, but they made the most sense, and we're going to pay them a lot of money, and it's all going to work out. They tried to put all this together on the fly and hope everyone would mesh, and it just hasn't meshed. And the reason I bring up the coaching staff and I don't bring up the front office here is because it feels like, first of all, the front office and what they've done, that was something that when they hired John Spytek, Tom Brady, first of all, was very, very involved in that. But they've also really modernized the front office. They brought in a lot of different scouts from a bunch of different buildings, from Denver, from Philadelphia. Like, they want to build this thing and try to get a sustained winner and build it from the ground up. The problem was when they hired Pete Carroll to be the head coach. When you're hiring a head coach who is in his mid-70s and he doesn't have time for rebuilds here, it becomes hard to do the vision of the coaching staff and the front office together. And we kind of have seen that throughout the course of this year. Jamal Adams has been a good player for the team, but Jamal Adams on a losing team, I don't know if he's somebody who really belongs on the field much. You look at players like Tyler Lockett, who they signed recently. You look like a player at Amari Cooper, who they tried to sign before the year. From a front office perspective, they wanted to give chances to some young guys on this team, some guys who they signed as undrafted free agents. They decided to cut some of those players because they had to make room for the Amari Coopers and Tyler Lockett's and those type of players of the world that Pete Carroll wanted. And when the record on the year right now is 2 wins and 7 losses, that's just not going to fly. So I think Mark Davis and I think Tom Brady and I think all these other limited partners that they brought in last year, who brought in a lot of cash, which they put back into the organization, and they're paying Chip Kelly $6 million per year. That is all going to be a discussion over here when they realize that the Broncos are like this and the Chiefs, even though they're 5-5, are still way above us. And the Chargers, who have had a lot of injuries, already have 7 wins of the year. We're nowhere close to them. And I think that's going to be a discussion in Las Vegas after this year, because they have to figure out which direction they want to go in. And I feel like they decided we're going to rebuild on the fly and try to win now. And I think they realized early on, like they won week 1 versus the Patriots. The second half of that game for Geno Smith was the best football he's played all year. But aside from that, there was one big Brock Bowers game when he came back, but this team has just not looked like a team that could actually compete over here moving forward this season the way they thought they could. So that's why I think there's going to be a discussion in Las Vegas. And the question is going to become, do we blow up the entire coaching staff or do we just blow up some of the coordinators here and let Pete pick some of his own guys? But meanwhile, let this thing, let the front office do their thing. Because
that's where we're at, Asylum. That's where we're at. What do? We're playing for now. We're playing for later.
Well, again, he brought up the Broncos, right?
Uh-huh.
And when they hired Sean Payton only took the job because he needed the guarantee he was going to get the 4 years he needed to turn the team around.
Yeah.
Okay, that was the only way. And yes, when he first came in, they sucked. Maybe not this bad, but they sucked. But he had the guarantee. Again.
But also he inherited a quarterback, which was the quarterback they traded for before we got in, which was Russell Wilson, ex-Seahawk. Sorry.
Yeah, but the point being, he knew he had that, so he could come in, have his season, evaluate talent, start doing what he needed to do. You don't have that with Pete Carroll. You got 3 years with a 4th-year team option. Do you really think he's going to get that time? No, especially with the decisions that he's making. Okay? Sean Payton was at least trying to win the games. He was mixing things up. It wasn't what the product that you're seeing the Raiders and Pete Carroll put out there. Right?
Yeah.
If I remember correctly, in that first year, he benched Russell Wilson.
Yeah. They fought in the sideline.
Yeah. Okay. He bent in the first year.
And that was who they banked on with the contract they gave him, guaranteed money, and what they gave up to trade for him to come to the Broncos. And they got rid of him in the middle of that contract. They're still paying him, but they said, no, whatever, keep the money.
Yeah.
We're moving on.
It's over. But the thing is, point I'm making here is we're at least I'm just going to say 2.5 years away from a proper rebuild. Because that's the length of Carroll's contract.
Yeah.
Ari here, talking about the front office isn't going to change. They made changes. They had way too many people in way too many positions, and it was always said, even reporters would talk about, I called to talk to somebody, and I had to go through this person, and this person, just to get to said person to get information. And that's where Tom Brady's coming in and changing things. I agree with Peggy. What does he know? And to bank off the success of the basketball team that both Brady and Davis owns, it's two different sports.
Yeah.
But they can't, what you can take from that is the ability to work together and, what's working over there, right? Who do they have in what place? So we got that going. Are we going to keep Spytek? It's Brady's guy, most likely. But can Spytek, grow the balls that are needed, like Peggy's saying, and take control? And turn around and tell Pete, you know what? Fuck you. This is how we're doing it. You draft Chinty, and then you don't use them a majority of the fucking season.
And it's obvious they don't want to use them.
Exactly. You get a guy who's a bruiser, who is a bell cow. This man is supposed to carry the ball 100+ times a season. Right? And he's lucky to get 20 carries in a season. Or in a game.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, 100, but that number should be blown way out of proportion. That should be 300 by now.
6 carries, Asylum. 6 carries. And the game wasn't really lost yet.
Game we got blown out on.
Oh yeah,
Another
six
six
carries
carries.
to KC. Yeah.
Yet the Chicago game, we were in that game. 21 carries. New England, we won 19. Tennessee, we won 23. Denver,
Are you saying
game, 19?
Are you saying that running the ball could be what's that called? It could be a recipe for success for the offense? Is that what you're trying to tell me?
Or maybe it's called an identity?
What is our identity?
That
I don't know.
The offensive coordinator, the head coach, and the quarterback do not want to win games. And even what Peggy was saying, right? She was going, and it feels, yes, Pete Carroll doing all this shit on purpose. All this going. Why is he doing all this? So he could turn around and get who he wants? Let me make us look bad so when I turn around and say, I need this, I want this, and this, I can get what I want?
But see, it doesn't make sense because then then he should have just ran with the quarterbacks he has here instead of going out to Seattle.
And we've said that. And we've said that. And we said what Peggy's saying here, right? Seeing what we have. You said when she asked you, you said draft the quarterback first round.
Because
only way I'm okay with that. No, the only way I'm okay with that, right?
Is if we get rid of AOC.
If we turn around and play the two youngsters we have
and see
what we got. Because what do we have in Cam Miller? We don't fucking know. We got a rookie quarterback that we know nothing about. And we know Connell. We got a young quarterback that I know Peggy don't like hearing this. We talk about potential. We've seen him go through 6 offensive coordinators and have success. He's had some not success as well, but how do you know what you got with this young quarterback if you don't give him a fucking chance?
Mm-hmm.
Stop playing games. Pete Carroll playing games with JPJ. With Aiden O'Connell. Why did it take so long to get him off the fucking injured reserve?
Well, even with Pickett, you went and traded for Pickett, and and then when Gino's over there walking around gimpy in that Bronco game, no, he wants to show his team that he has heart. Put him back out there because he wants to show he doesn't even run healthy. You're gonna put him out there and still have him pass the ball. Game was close, like you said.
It was close, and like Peggy said, I mean, it's that I know she used nepotism, and it feels that way with Gino and Pete. But in the end, it's not working. What Pete's doing is not working.
It's not.
So make a fucking change. We know Gino's going to start. Okay, I'll say it here right now. I made a guarantee earlier that and the pieces fell fucking together with Shedeur Sanders is starting the game. But I gotta take that guarantee back. Why? Because I can't trust Pete Carroll and I can't trust Geno fucking Smith. And you're gonna let a guy who came in and looked like pure garbage possibly come back and beat you because you don't have the balls to sit the guy who ain't playing well. Everybody else has got to compete except, the people who are considered Pete's guys.
Yeah.
And I disagree with Peggy on Jamal Adams. I'm sorry. He's been playing well. There's a lot more than football than just beating the most tackles and everything else. When he's on the field, I believe he's even wearing the green dot and he's putting people in the right spots. And like you said, there's a presence known when he's on the field. That is positive. And only reason it was going, and I wasn't going to say anything with that, was she wanted game changing. And that, that presence that you were talking about is borderline game changing. If he could have the talent around him and not spend so much time and maybe get the whole time on the field.
Because that could be the same thing for Max Crosby. Okay, game changing, but we still, the teams are playing. 20-9, 41-24, 25. Well, that time 46-6, 20-10. Oh, yeah, we won that game. 31-0. But it's like, okay, we got one guy trying to make every single play versus 11 guys who teams are just competent and not good at football, just competent. They just, we're not competent. That's the thing. That's the thing. And it's just.
I know Peggy's the numbers girl, but, and she knows her football, but.
Well,
if we knew this question was coming, I could have had more information and stats going, in there. And I'm not saying he's the greatest, but he has done a hell of a job on the team. He has been in there, and him and Devin White together have been a hell of a linebacker duo.
Yeah. That's why I said get him more playing time because they put him in situations. Let him play full-time linebacker. Just let him start right there, right behind the line. He has the speed to cover because our DBs can't cover, but you're a linebacker to make tackles. So you make the tackles before the DBs have to make the tackles. And it's funny, I don't have it, but Jack Jones on Miami now, he said on a tweet, Jack Jones on Miami, he said in a tweet, because I guess he got the interception to close out the game in Miami.
He got the game-winning interception, yes.
Yeah, and he put on Twitter or X, whatever, that the Raiders shouldn't have cut me, But it's like the way they were tackling out there in the field, though. I thought he was still out there. Well, no, I'm just joking. I'm just talking mess.
Well, no, and you want to bring that up and go, and the way he played the year before, though.
Yeah.
Under a head coach that gave you a chance, who did nothing, who put his job on the line for you to come over here.
Well, see, that's the thing, though. Then I'm going to cut you up, but that's the thing.
That's okay.
When he first came over to the Raiders, Jack Jones, he knew he had to prove my coach, like you said, my coach pounded the table, put his neck on the line for me. I had to prove myself because he has my back. Second year coming in, I'm comfortable because my coach got me. Now, AP had to get in his face a few times, like, what are you doing over there? Mm-hmm. But he got a little bit comfortable. Geno Smith, like you keep saying over and over again, he's comfortable. A lot of these coaches that we've had after Al Davis passed away, they're comfortable. Al Davis going,
and that's what Peggy was alluding to.
Yeah, when Al Davis was in charge, Al Davis, like she said, micromanaging. Al Davis ran this team as a coach, ran the league, the AFL, as a commissioner, came back as an owner and a GM, or the general partner was his title. But if you ain't doing good, he's coming. You smell his cologne. They always say you smell his cologne coming in on that golf cart. Come out like, what is this? What is this? And John Gruden says it over and over again. I learned a lot of football just working with Al Davis, because Al Davis will quiz you. What do you know about this? This coverage, this offense, this receiver does this. What do you do on this? Situational football. And that's the problem, is we don't have situational football. We don't have coaches who do situational football. And that's what we thought we were going to have with Pete Carroll, because he's been there, done that, college and NFL. But I'm believing what you're saying, Asylum, is maybe it's passing him by. Or when I said someone's sabotaging somebody, I thought Chip Kelly was sabotaging Pete Carroll. But you said, I don't know, it could be the other way around. Now I'm starting to believe that Pete Carroll is sabotaging everybody else to show I know what I'm doing. I'm going to do it my way. I don't need Spytek looking over my back to him, called Tom Brady, and say, hey, Pete Carroll's doing this. What do I do? Oh, do that. Okay. Like there's just a lot of eyes in the team where there's not supposed to be eyes. It's supposed to be, well, there's no I in team, but there's me's. There's a me though. You can spell me out of team, and that's what they're doing. Well, there's me though. So
I mean, it's not even that. You're calling accountability for certain positions, and then other positions and yourself. There is no accountability.
Exactly, and you're
a quarterback.
Offensive line. Well, no, we're not going to talk about the offensive line. Your son is running the offensive line.
Exactly.
And we still got to kind of talk about this game, but they talk about the play. The Geno Smith one that everyone is talking about. And I have it right here. Geno Smith talks about, oh, yeah, well, the plays are open. Okay, well, if the plays are open, then that means that the offensive line is doing their job, which means I guess that's the quarterback's fault for not giving the ball to the guys that are open, right? And I got some clips I can play and draw all over and say, look at over here. This guy's open, this guy's open.
We've showed it, and I'm sure you can find more. 13 interceptions. How many of those were with a clean pocket?
A lot of them were with a clean pocket, and he always wanted to go to the. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to click it off. He always wanted to go to the guy who has the most, triple coverage.
The last interception. Yes, they talk about a tipped ball, but how many fucking defenders were right there?
Well, who tipped the ball? The guy in front of him, the DB. Yeah. So then it goes all the way back to the quarterback.
Yes. A lot of it's on Pete Carroll because he won't pull his guy. There's a lot of things going, and yes, Pete Carroll needs to take the heat. But at the same time, where is Geno? His bullshit thing. Your car breaks down, blame it on me. This happens, blame it on me. Motherfucker, we've been blaming everything on you. The problem is you're only saying this because you can't handle the heat anymore.
Can't handle the heat. Here it is right here.
You guys were moving the ball, especially in that first quarter, in that first half. What were the bog downs that were happening once you guys got into the red zone?
Yeah, you just got to score touchdowns in the red zone. It's that simple. They were playing coverage, pretty much playing Tampa 2, just backing up, kind of daring us to run the ball some of those times. And, we took our shots and we didn't convert. And we all got to play better. I got to do better, and got to be better for the guys.
Geno, you referenced them daring you guys to run the ball. In the first half, there was 31 passes, 3 sacks, but 28 passes, and only 3 runs. Do you have the liberty when they're daring you to do that, to check into a run or to audible into a run?
Yeah, you can check into any play at any time, but would that be the right thing to do? Would you just go off script and just start calling your own plays? I don't think that's the right way to go about it. I think the right thing to do is to do what we practice and what we're coached to do. And like I said, the plays were there. I don't think there was any issue with the play calling. The plays were there. Guys were open. You guys watch the film. I know we got a lot of Monday morning quarterbacks who like to watch film and take screenshots and see where guys are open. So I'm sure you guys will see where the guys were open. For me, again, I just got to play better. And I keep saying this, man. If something don't look right out there, blame it on me, right? If it don't look right, blame it on me. That's all you can do. Blame it on me. If your kids mess up at school, blame it on me. Car break down going to work, blame it on me.
Here, Geno.
Asylum.
Needs help. But again, he's coming there, though. I'm sure you'll find guys open. Why can we find them open, but you can't? Why are you throwing to the guy who's got 3 defenders on him when the other guy is open because he has 3 defenders on him?
Monday morning quarterbacks, Kay. It's Monday Night Football. So Tuesday morning, Wednesday evening. Okay, I think I want to do it. I think I'm gonna let's just look at this, Kay. Hold on, let me get my window ready. If Arcadio's watching. Arcadio, we'll talk about later. Fantasy football. I earned my 3rd burrito. Sir Arcadio. Hot sauce on that burrito, baby. Okay.
Hey, you want to talk about that? Just don't play.
No, it's not time for it. That's not time. That's not time. It's time for this, though. Here we go. Wrong one. It's time for this. Where'd it go? Wrong one. I was trying to do.
Nothing but garbage, yeah. Nothing but garbage. And I climb in the garbage can because comparatively speaking, you are nothing but garbage.
Oh, yeah.
Hold on, worse than garbage. He's worse than fucking garbage.
Hold on. We need my NFL music. Okay, right here.
Where's your telestrator?
Right here.
Okay. Hi, telestrator. How you doing?
All right, Asylum. Now let's just look at all this. Oh yeah, and what head coach John Bean in college. Rest in peace. And I heard the motive they're using.
The fact
it's
what's with all these what's the word I'm looking for? Hell, you got a professional football player in the hospital because of it. The fucking head coach dead because of it. Come on, guys. The answer ain't a gun.
Well, there's a Jets receiver, I believe, who's
That's right. We're talking about the player in.
Oh yeah.
Happened before the game.
All right, Asylum. Let's look at this, okay? We're gonna look at this together, and we're gonna dissect it together, okay? Can I just put this?
I already know the two people open.
Hold on, where's my things? I'm on the wrong. I can't wait till I get the new system so I know where everything's at. Okay, here we go, Asylum. Remember this play right here. This is. Oh, this is the wrong one. This is the Jaguars. Hold on.
I knew that play.
Hold on.
There was two people open, and he throws it to the guy with the arms up.
Okay, sorry, wrong play. All right, here we go. This is when we got the fumble, and we want to throw the ball, even though we're in the red zone. Sacked, okay, sacked. All right, now let's look at this. Okay, let's look at this real quick. Okay, now Asylum, look. I counted this real quick. Now I know we got new offensive linemen. They're holding up. Look where he's looking. Let's see. Oh, move, stupid. There it goes. Technology, like you said. Okay, look. Okay. Stupid thing. Move. I need that Pete Carroll assistant. Hey guys, show me how to use technology. Okay. Now he's looking at his guy right here. You remember this guy? This is Tony Lockett. Tyler Lockett, okay? Now that's where he's looking at the whole time, okay, Asylum? But look at, Linda, look it, okay? Listen.
Linda, listen.
Now, look at, okay, the line is holding up. If we was doing quick passes, like we keep talking about, Asylum, we keep talking about it. If our offense line is not good, quick passing. If you're not going to run the ball, quick passing. No, I want to keep waiting and keep waiting and keep waiting. Let me move it over. I got to figure out how this thing works. Move. I want to keep waiting until I get sacked. When you had Tyler Lockett right here, he was looking for the ball. That's your own guy. So
and look at the guy he never looked at. Even when you let that play break, go a little bit longer. I know the guy right here. You could be throwing to him. He could be. Yeah. There's a chance right here. He's 1-on-1.
Boom. Like that.
Or like that at the top. 1-on-1. I didn't tell a straighter.
Were you circling?
Top of the screen.
Top of the screen.
Right there. 1-on-1. Isn't that what you always look for? A receiver that's 1-on-1 on somebody?
Yeah. But and look it. Okay. I'm trying to be like, if I'm teaching Gino, okay, now look at Gino. Now I don't ever play quarterback, but I've blocked for them, okay? Like I didn't play a doctor. I'm not a doctor, but I played one on TV. I'm not a quarterback, but I blocked for one on the field, okay? High school. But it's just look, okay? One, quarterback needs to know where your receivers are going. You need to know, okay, Tyler Lockett's gonna come, he's gonna go up and go in, he's gonna go across. And this is Tucker's on the bottom. So Tucker, okay, he's gonna go, he's covered, okay. But that's what the progressions are for. You look around. You don't just stare at one receiver. But if you're gonna stare at a receiver, how do you not see he's open? Which means Asylum's
like you said, right
theory.
Here. He can throw the ball right here.
Where's my glasses?
And then look, you got a blocker here, and you're going to gain at least, 5 yards on the play?
Blocker here. You got a blocker here. He goes, and if Lockett still got it, he can at least try to get past this guy and then get closer, and then we can run the ball. But that'll give you positive yards.
10-yard line, 11-yard line. Maybe you get to the 5 before you get tackled. But it's a positive play.
Look at that, though. He's looking for the ball right there. That play was supposed to go to him. He is looking at him. He is looking at like that commercial, the Old Spice. Looking at me as I look at you. As you look at me. As I look at you. As you look at me. As you look at you. Yet I want to be around men and get sacked because I can't throw the ball. And I mean, the offensive line,
had the inside. I know he looked covered, but he had the inside lane the whole time. You could have put, as long as you don't throw it behind him. Inside. That's a touchdown.
Yeah. But he don't do that, though. He don't scan the field. He don't scan the field. And that's what we keep saying.
Oh, hold on.
A quarterback.
Did you see that about somebody else?
Minshew?
O'Connell.
Gino? O'Connell scans the field.
Same thing about O'Connell. He's a statue. He stares down his receivers.
Hey, I'm ready for O'Connell to come in there.
I'm ready for his ass to start this game. He starts this game, my guarantee's in effect.
Now, with this offensive line, I know we got new guys. Parham is back. Forsythe, this is probably his worst game so far.
Yeah,
but he's been doing well.
Game.
They moved Meredith over to the right guard, which is JPJ's spot, before the injury now, whatever. And then Putnam, the backup center. So, and then of course, DJ Glaze had a worse game too in this one. But if you look at it, okay, quick pass. He's coming right there.
That's where you teach here, Genty to come. I know they're bringing Genty out, for the possible pass. And even right there, you could have dumped it off to him right then and there. But he should be chipping here or coming up in the middle and chipping,
right here.
Guy that Meredith is blocking. There was 2 different chip opportunities there. Or dump it right here. Or just dump it right there. And now he's got 3 blockers.
He's looking this way because Tyler Lockett is right there. Throw the ball. Throw the ball right there. Throw the ball right there.
No.
Throw the ball right there.
Throw the
ball right there. But no. All right, let's go to the next one. Okay. Let's get this play right here. All right. Oh, sack. Now, see, if it's not on him, then I'll say it's on him. It's on the offensive line. But we'll see. Let's see. Okay. Now we got our receiver. We got a receiver here. Got a receiver here. Got a receiver here. We have a receiver here. They're all going out for passes.
You got one.
And then right here.
There you go. 5 receivers.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Shotgun. So you have drop back to pass. All right. We're developing routes. Okay. Stepping in.
Right here. Now who's open?
Oh, that's Genty. That's your guy right there. Look at all that space right there, man.
With the blocker. Okay. Now this guy, the guy all the way at the top there, he's probably dropping back. No, I'll talk about the defender. He's probably dropping back to cover the guy you just circled.
Yeah. I got you right here.
But throw the ball right now. In stride.
I got right there.
Yeah. He's probably dropping back because this guy is going to come cover here. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Drop it in stride. Yet that's a second touchdown. Right there. Throw it right now.
Throw it right now.
The guy here that you have the squiggly line on, the defender.
Right here. Oh, right here. Yeah, right here.
Top one. Yeah, that guy. He can't get there in enough time if he throws the ball right now.
No.
He can't get there. He's too far off.
He's got 2 guys. He's got 2 guys.
3. Look at Tucker right here. He's open too.
Right here. Wait, I got the wrong thing on. Right here.
Yeah.
Now, right here, he's already getting hit. But see, it's the thing is like, you're sitting too long. Wait, what are you waiting for? What are you waiting for?
But Brock Bowers too. Look, boom, boom, open. He has a chance to get there. Just at this point here, open.
Oh, right here.
All the way at the top, open. Genty wide fucking open.
Yeah.
And Tucker, he could make this throw. We've seen Gino make this throw. Tucker's cutting there. Anticipate where Tucker's going to be. Actually, it was more of an angle, but
more up, yeah.
The whole thing is there's 3 possible throws that can be made right there before the pocket is even collapsing.
Yeah. Because when it comes to offensive line, okay, we got one of the worst. Okay, whatever, blame his coach. We've been. Or blame me. Geno Smith, blame me. But see, if you know your offense line is not good, why are you still sitting there waiting? What are you waiting for? That's the thing. You go and you're looking. You could, quickly throw right here. Like you said, Bowers. Or your safety valve, which is right here, Genty out wide. Look how much room they're giving him.
Dude, that's 12 yards, 14 yards right there.
Yeah. Look how much room.
That's about 7 right there.
But the fact of the matter is, and look it, he stopped. Well, he already got hit. No, he didn't get, well, yeah, he got hit already. But it's like, look. Okay, I'm going to this guy right here. Look. I don't know what the progression is in this play, but safety valve. I see a guy coming in, safety valve. Right there, Genty. But no, he gets sacked. Now, this is the same play. Okay, Forsythe, he was getting driven back, okay? Forsythe, and you never, number one rule of offensive lineman, never get beat inside, and he got beat badly inside.
Yeah, right there. Wait, see, look. Right there. I'm trying to get your time. Just,
right here.
And it's looking in the right direction for wide open guys.
Yeah.
I get it. You can't throw to Bowers here. Bowers ain't looking. But we already know the guy at the top. Right here, he could be throwing. And the guy at the top is going to fucking catch the ball.
He got to the. He's saying, "Give me the ball," but he's already got hit. He's already hit.
The guy at the top. What number is that?
Right here.
Yeah, that guy.
That is. That looks like what's his name? The rookie. 10. Thornton. Well, he don't trust Thornton. That's probably why. That looks like Thornton.
They tried force feeding Thornton. They tried making that connection there, and Thornton has the speed, so just throw it to the end zone.
Give him a chance. Yeah, let him redeem himself. But no. They don't do it. And then this happens. Sacked. Okay, next play, real quick. Another sack. Okay, let's play it. Everyone's watching. We appreciate it. Sacked. But what happened?
He could have drifted back, to his blind side. He back. Let me step up where everybody's at.
And it's like he's looking at the guy coming in.
He could have, yeah. And looking all over here, from his leg on down, open. I mean, I'm just talking about for moving to keep the play a little bit to let it open up, to let his receiver, finish their routes. But instead, he steps towards the most crowded part on the field.
Let's go over here. Let me shuffle this way so I get more time. Let me shuffle here. Let's see my media spinner thing is right there. Oh, right there. Look it. Yeah, like you said. Okay, look it. We come. Okay. Yeah, they're breaking down, but I'm supposed to be a more mobile quarterback than Aiden O'Connell. Let me start coming this way. Not necessarily taking off to out, to be a runner, but just come out and buy more time to scan the field.
3 seconds. Doing that, 3 seconds, you extend the play.
Yeah, because let's see what's out there. Well, we already know who's open, and he's right here. Genty's open. Look at Genty. Get the ball to Genty now, and he's putting a helmet down. Boom. He turns around, gets him. He occupies him. He might be going down the field like he did in the last game. Just don't hold, Bish. Just don't hold. But no.
And then look here. One, he makes the turn and is open. Again, he's got the inside on the defender. He's right there. Go back to where you were. He has the defender turned around.
But look, I was gonna say if he did what you said, If he comes out this way, oh my God, I got a clear shot because I got away from.
As he has 26 turned around, look at his position. He's already starting to be turned around, and by the time he rolls, right there, completed pass.
Yeah.
And he gains.
And if Gino would have rolled out,
then Trey Tucker's going to gain 2 or 3 yards minimum, getting pushed out of bounds.
After the catch, after it says 50, 40, after 10 yards. Chunk play. That they wanted the chunk plays. They wanted the chunk plays, but no.
Well, that's actually 20 yards if 15's the line of scrimmage.
My bad. Yeah. Okay. You know what? Okay, I went to public school. Okay, don't over here. Okay.
I'm just saying.
This is not a counting class. Okay. The only thing I can count is this because I have none. 0 equals 0. All right. Okay. But I played Madden. Hey, you know what? I'm not a professional football player, but I'm good at fantasy.
Hey, anyways, I'm last spot.
Let's look at this case on him. All right. This guy's how do you look at? All right. This is the problem. You have a quarterback that not only can't see if the receiver is open, but he has no pocket presence. But he's supposed to be mobile, but no pocket presence. No pocket presence.
That's what we were told.
Yeah. So, you block this way. So this is the line, okay? They're coming in this way. Okay.
This penalty right there. Brock Bowers.
Oh, right here?
Yeah.
Let's see. Oh, yeah, that should have been a face mask. All right, or something. Hands to the face. But you come over here. But see, he's not looking. And that's the problem. And then now it's like
he did do a quick glance, and then he brings his head back and runs into everybody. He does look right there, glance.
Yeah. Now let me try to run. Oh no. But that's the thing. Okay, his decision making is too slow. It's too slow. I need you to be like this. If you don't see a receiver, just take off. If you don't, or if you're not confident in that receiver that's open, just take off running. Because look at, even if he's not going this way, okay? Oh wait, wrong button. He's not going this way, like you said, Asylum. He's not going here. So look at that. Just take off. Because he's basically blocking him. He's blocking him because he's trying to come around this way. Take off running. Because
the whole there.
If you take off running, oh, I can block him. You just come out this way and then do your slide. But no, football instinct is not instinct. Instincts are not there. The stink is there, but not the instinct is there. Okay? So, sacked. All right, next play. Okay. This one, it's another sack. Now, this is probably on the offensive line. I'll give him this one, okay? I'll give him this one. We're doing this play action and no one's buying anymore. The little subtle little pump to the whatever. Okay. Well, wait, I don't know. Wait. Over the top. He's not looking though. So we can't go there.
And do you trust him to go over the top? And I don't know what I see back over here. There might be somebody up top.
No, there was nobody. On top is just Tucker going across the middle.
No,
I don't know. On the bottom,
the defender was right there.
Oh, I know what you're saying, like a deep defender. I know what you're saying. Yeah, right there.
Trying to go over the top, he would have blown the play up, most likely.
Yeah. So I'll say, okay, this was a bad play call. Bad, against that defense. But, if I was to go against the defense, like, what are we doing then? Why would I make my own play calls, even though I'm on the field seeing everything? Why? So, I guess we can chalk this up to the offensive line because you got two guys who couldn't block one guy. That Genty didn't chip off right here, but at the same time, So did DJ Glaze. Didn't get a hand on him, and that was the only guy in front of him. So that's on DJ Glaze. That's on DJ Glaze. Next one. Okay. All right, play action pass. We're gonna try to go deep. Oh, this is the interception asylum. This is the interception. This is the last play.
Okay,
This is the interception.
in the blurred thing. How many white jerseys are in this frame?
So this is our guy right here. So this is our guy. So this is us. We're gonna do a plus. That's us. But ball's here. We have this guy, defense. This guy, defense. This guy, defense. This is our guy right here.
Hey, well,
These are
fuck it.
not
Just
our
add
guys.
the point guard down there for the shits and giggles. He's in the screen.
Oh, but look at though. The guy in the back. Tip ball, tip drill in the arms of the white jersey. Because Asylum said, hey, maybe we should be wearing our white jerseys at home because that's where all the interceptions have been at home.
Have
So-
been the white jerseys.
Been the white jerseys, you know?
Well, I figured it out. Gino's racist.
All right. Okay. Let's look at this again. All right. Let's look at this again. Fake handoff. Now, can we move this over? Is this okay? Let's zoom out. Let's zoom out. Let's zoom out right here. Okay. Now, why are we going here? This is what he saw. This is what he saw. But you got all these guys here though, and you have give him a chance. Give Genty a chance. That's what Pete Carroll said. Well, we're trying to, have him check down.
You can even go with Tucker right here with his arm cocked back. You know where Tucker's going.
Yeah.
Right to the sideline.
To the pylon,
You go
yeah.
over everybody else, and you give Tucker a chance and put you on the 5-yard line or closer.
And look at the line. Look at all that space he has. They held up on this one. This is not on the offensive line. Because looky. Check down the Genty. And he's going for that first. He's going to put a helmet down because he's going to come down, of course, like two Rams. He's going to come down, boom. And he's going to go for that first. But no. Desperation throw. Hero ball. Tip off the hand. Because they all know we're going to Brock Bowers. Tip off the hand. Boom, right there.
Even when I'm saying the tip-off ball, right? And who ends up getting it? The guy on Tucker. If he just fucking went to Tucker.
Yeah. Look it right there. If you're gonna try to drop it into a zone, drop it into take it to Tucker. Because they've been ones around him. They're all looking at him. Because they know that's who they believe, that's all you got. Jacoby Myers is in Jacksonville over there. He took a plane right there, Got the little jets right there, He got the plane. That's where he went. This is Jacoby Myers. He went on a plane. He's going that way right there, boom. But, you have Tucker said, hey, I'm still around. And I can make plays. I got the most receiving touchdowns on this team. So, I don't know. But this is what we do. Let's check the offensive line, okay? Now we saw Genty is wide open. Yeah, Genty got hit, but he recoiled. He came back. If you just held off just 1 second, Gino, you got a nice pocket right there. Derek Carr would have scanned the field one last time, knowing that, okay, my guys.
That throw. He took a baby step when he made that throw.
Yeah, it's blame it on me though. Blame it on me. Blame it on me. Blame it on me. Blame it on me. All right. That's enough of that garbage. That is your Geno Smith highlights. So, he said, hey, you Monday morning quarterbacks and all you guys over there, armchair quarterbacks. But you know what? We want to look at it ourselves, and we figured it out. You suck. Once again. All right. I want to play this real quick, and then we're going to go into our fantasy. But Max Crosby, interesting take. What he said in the locker room. Here's Max Facts right here.
I didn't hear that.
Brock was just saying that while the record is similar to last season, he feels like this team and the culture feels different right now compared to this time last year. What do you think about that?
Yeah, I mean, every year is going to be different. As far as the culture, unfortunately, we've had a lot of different coaches here. It's not funny, but I mean, you got to find some joy in it. I mean, so yeah, culture's going to change with different coaches and things of that nature. But I mean, ultimately, it's about winning. I'm trying to win. I know everybody in this locker room is trying to win. So whatever that is, we got to find that. And that's really all I can say about that.
And that's where it's like, what are we going to do? All these different coaches, just in the Vegas era alone.
And I don't see me being wrong on this one. I mean, I'd be surprised if Pete Carroll loses his job. You're stuck with Pete Carroll for 3 years. This season is almost over, right? We got 7 more weeks of the regular season.
Yeah.
Okay.
No. What are we? 12? Yeah. 7. Yeah.
So
yeah,
you're somewhere around the half-ish mark. So not to make the math easy, you got 2.5 more years before a new head coach comes in, and a proper rebuild could be done.
Just do it now.
But then you fall into the same category what we've been doing for the last 23 years.
No, do the rebuild now. Just start.
Pete Carroll don't have time. He's going to have his career end. Are you going to extend Pete Carroll?
Extends, okay? Extends. We're extend Pete Carroll.
Okay. I remember the Crystals. They were funny. That's the thing.
Bob says.
Yeah, Bob. You're like Bob. That's the thing.
Bob.
I agree with you. Do it now.
Yeah.
But you have to extend Pete, another 2 years? Take up that 4th year and give him another year on top of it?
He could be the Joe Paterno of the NFL, okay? Coach into your 80s. Let's go. I'm just joking. This is what happens when your team is garbage and you just try to find some kind of joy in the season until it's over. And then and then we're over here just judging Super Bowl halftime shows and commercials. And then we start all over again with this mess. But I don't know, Saddam. We're going to come back again on Friday, talk about what we're going to do against the Shedeur Sanders Browns. But you called and we did our schedule. When we did our schedule show, you said he's going to start against the Raiders. That's when he comes in. But like you said, Mulligan, no, I don't know if we're going to win. Because you said we're going to win and prove to him or prove to everybody that we didn't need him. But now
I did the Joe Namath guarantee.
Yeah. With the fur coat and everything.
And now I think I have to rescind it as long as Geno Smith is the one starting. And I have to say that because even though Aiden O'Connell is going to be on the active roster, we don't know if he's going to be a healthy scratch.
No, they can't do that. If they scratch him for this game, I believe then they have to put him on the full year. Because they healthy scratched him the 21 days of coming off of the IR. So if they scratch him for this game,
he wasn't on the active roster during then. They added him to the active roster today.
Yeah, but I mean,
because the rookies are on the active roster and are constantly getting healthy scratches.
No, but I mean because it came off the IR. I don't know if they can do a healthy scratch.
Okay. I don't
know.
I don't know. I can be wrong on that. Trust me. It doesn't fucking matter.
It doesn't matter.
No, it doesn't. Because Pete Carroll will not pull Geno Smith.
Yeah.
This was another game. This was another game. It's the perfect time to pull Geno Smith and see what you got. And what did he do? Until the clock's hit. Oh no. He sent Geno Smith to end the game on his knees.
Yeah. Is there a joke there?
Well, you generally know what happens when somebody's on their knees.
Yeah, they're praying. Dust.
Somebody's trying to get a promotion.
Promotion. Speaking of extends, anyways, we can go on and on. And so let's do our league. Okay, the league, the one that we can kind of control. Let's go into.
It all depends on how many damn players you have play.
Word. Here is Arcadio's intro. Okay, shout out to Arcadio. Here we go. Music. Ah, yes. All right. Trying to do my boomer. You know his name. Okay, Chris Berman. All right, guys. Here we go.
Football though.
Well, they called him the boomer, but even though it's boomer size, I don't know. Anyways,
I'm just saying you have to clarify when you say boomer.
I know. Not a Simer. Anyways. We're all over the place, okay? I'm trying to run the ball, even though those are not runs, those are not passes or dropbacks, okay? There's a difference, okay? Differences. All right, everybody, let's look at the league right here. All right. Now, like I alluded to earlier, I won my third burrito. Me and Bang Bang, the other gang, Arcadio, have a bet that whoever wins, the loser owes a burrito. I have him in another league. I have him this week in the other league. So I'm going for the A's 1989 sweep. Please, no earthquakes. Okay? I'm going for the Conseco.
Hey, there's only 3 people in that house. You could mail one of them burritos to me. Next day air.
Sinitis burrito. I'm going for the sweep, Arcadio. I'm going for it. I win 113 to 103. It was a close game back and forth. But I prevailed because of Brock Bowers, and I thought he was going to get it after, the primetime games. But anyways, Asylum takes out the number 1 seed in the league right now.
All I have to say is if you're in the number 1 spot and you're going to play me, be scared.
Spoiler alert. That's what I should call you, the spoiler alert. Spoiler alert, I'm here.
I'm here.
Here's Johnny. Asylum takes care of
twice.
Asylum takes care of I just learned to foosball. Edward Huezo, 97 to 75. All right. You got mad TDs, loses. Interim, no. You know what? I had this idea with Arcadio. I want to do like an ESPYs, okay, for our league. Okay, I want to do where there's an award for everyone. Okay, we're gonna do an ESPYs. We're gonna call it the KGs. I don't know what we're gonna call it. Okay, it's gonna call something, right?
I like that.
It's gonna be like the Dundies, the Dunder Mifflin Awards. Okay,
you know what? They'll get little versions of my cage.
The KGs. All right, you got Mad TDs in an interim role. He's been fighting though. He's been fighting on the bottom, but he loses to Holy Roller. 134 to 107. Jessica takes care of business, babe. Yes. I love you. My sister, my sister has the worst luck. I don't know, her team got bit by snakes. I don't know what it is. Her kicker got hurt. She has Eddie Pinero, her kicker for the Niners. Her kicker got hurt on the sideline. Your team on the sideline. Your team is cursed when your kicker gets hurt. I feel bad for my sister. That's like
the Super Bowl where the dude fucking gets hurt, trips over the sideline. And
Greenlaw.
And throws out his knee.
And it was the Achilles. Greenlaw on the Niners.
Yeah,
he tripped over the white line.
Oh, that's right. It was an Achilles.
Yeah, that's the worst. And that's at the end of the season. That means he got a whole year off. And he's now with the Broncos. We could have had him. But she loses to Pig's Pig, 144. Pig's Pig has been climbing up the stands. He's trying to go back up there to the top again. So he's up there. And then Jeff.
Pig's got nothing to do with me. I'll tell you that much.
Jeff is trying to climb up there too. Jeff's trying to climb up there too. 129. He beats Anna 129-74. That was week 11 scores. Now let's look at what's going on this week. Holy Roller against Mean Machine. Come on, babe. I need you to beat Jeff. He keeps talking about I gotta shine.
Me? Oh, sorry.
Jeff is like in Goodfellas. Go get your shine box. He keeps telling me, go shine the belt for me. Go get your shine box. Hey. No, I don't want to. But Jeff, it's close. This is going to the wire. We're going to the playoffs. But they got 2 weeks left, this week and next week. So, babe, I need you to beat Jeff, okay? I don't care if Jeff's listening. Jeff, you're going down. I need you to be Jeff. All right. Pig's Pig, 83% to Anna. Anna, you got to stop Pig's Pig, man.
Yeah, we'll try to get you some help.
Oh, my God. It's Pete Carroll running your team, Anna. You got to tell Pete Carroll, let me run the ball. Okay. She said, my team is like the Raiders. That's what she said earlier. Here we go. Here we go. One more time, Asylum in the division. Me versus you. This is for it all. I won the first time.
Not necessarily for it all, but you got to remember, right now, I'm that wild card team. I'm in that last spot. I worked my way up into that last spot. This game is important.
Don't count me out. He's Versace. 45%. I got 5% below him. I haven't made any changes yet, but Asylum has the edge, and I did this this morning, So this is close to being accurate right now.
I made some changes after you did this.
55% to 45.
This is a lot more like Anna's situation right now.
This is for stage dominance. Okay.
I'm just kidding.
Stage dominance. Stage dominance. We have I Learned the Foosball. Ed Hueso going against You Got Mad TD. Is that 49-51? That's very close.
As of right now.
Yes. So
because
that's close.
And not just because of the percentage. You got Mad TDs, and then you had the guy who's still sitting in first, but he's now tied for it. You're welcome, everybody. I'm just saying it. You're welcome.
Don't sleep on Mad TD.
That's what I'm saying. He could play spoiler here, and I Just Learned Foosball could all of a sudden drop.
Hey, you better learn more foosball. And right here, now my sister did beat Arcadio the last time they met. Alicia, my sister, she's playing for Pride right now. She's praying
like a redheaded stepchild.
She's playing for neighborhood Pride out here in the stack.
She's playing for a burrito, girl.
Get that burrito, Elise. I got a fourth one coming if you don't,
Oh, I already said you're sending it to me.
Already claimed. Arcadio with the bang bang other gang going against my sister, 62% to 38% going to Arcadio. So we'll see what happens right there.
As the scene has proven, though, it's any given Sunday because, we've seen people like Anna's, the percentages right there and come back and blow out the other guy.
Yes. Now let's look at the standings, and then I'm going to go look at it's right there. Playoff projection. Okay. No hablo inglés. Okay. Looking at oh my God. Looking at this right here. Okay, here we go. Like you said, Asylum is tied in the top two. Pig's Pig and Edward. I Just Learned the Foosball. They're tied for the two. They're right now, if the playoffs started now, they both got buys, I believe. And then you got Me Machine, me, Arcadio, and Asylum is in the last spot in the 6th seed right now, climbing from the bottom. Now he's here.
Hey, just remember, who was the first team to ever win the Super Bowl from the wild card position? Don't fucking count me out.
That is the Jim Plunkett, Tom Flores, 1980 Raiders right there. Now let's look at this right here, okay? Right now, okay? As of right now, let's zoom out a little bit. Thank you everybody for watching, being patient. Okay. Right now, I just learned to foosball.
As of right now, big burrito on the line.
Oh my God. Oh, look at that. Okay. I'm gonna face. You know what? I can't. I want to play for a 5th burrito. You hear that, Arcadio? Going for number 5. 5. Edward and Pig's Pig will have the buys, and then Asylum and Mean Machine battle of the beards, and that one, and the Burrito Bowl Part 5. Me and Arcadio going for it all. So, as of right now, this is what the playoffs look like. It's not official yet. There's still 2 more weeks. People can move up. People can move down.
Anything could happen in those 2 weeks.
Anything can happen. Anything. Because we are all. Do I still have it on here? We are all playing for. Let me remove this. Let me bring us over here. The belt right here. You see it up there, but that's the Royal Fumble right there. The belt. That is the belt you all want. And this is the belt we're fighting for.
Discount.
Who's gonna get
it right here?
Who's gonna get it? Oh man, it's coming down to the
wire so we can see.
It's coming down to the wire, and this is what we're playing for. All right, that is your. What are we doing again? That is your. I had a Picard moment right now. That is your cage match Royal Fumble right there. Oh yeah, it's staying home. It's staying here.
Hey, with all your cheating and everything else like that, you still only have one chance.
You know what? First of all, Raider rule number 1, okay? Repeat it, remember it, and if you forget it, refer to Raider rule number 2, okay? I don't care.
Raider rule number 2, refer to Raider rule number 1.
Exactly. If you forgot number 1, go to 2. 2 will take you back to 1. Okay.
But you know what? Like the Raiders, I'm coming from behind, baby, and I'm taking it all.
Because, like a wise man once said, it always looks good from behind. What?
Hey, look, right now, both Big Pig and I just learned foosball are happier than shit that if this ends the same way, they got those buys. Because if either one of them is in first place, they don't want to face me.
Oh, he's like, I'm coming for you, brother. I'm coming after you, brother. You don't want to see me out there in the ring because you're going to go down, brother. Don't even try to come over here with that fantasy football googly moogly, okay, because I'm going to go over there and I'm going to slam you on the ground. Don't even come at me like that, bro. Oh, yeah. It's been a while. Since I did that voice. Oh, yeah. All right, Asylum. That was our show, and we want to appreciate those who are being patient. I know we were trying to fix Peggy's microphone on the fly.
And the people who were patient and doing their best to try to hear what Peggy had to say. I know some people were saying they were having troubles hearing her.
Yes. And one more time, Asylum, I'm going to play this for you. One more time. Happy birthday, Elizabeth.
Hello, everyone. This is Asylum Burgundy, and I just want to give a birthday shout out to a very special lady. As the inner voice of co-host Asylum, I want to say I love you, babe. Now let's light the candles. Happy birthday, Elizabeth.
And thank you to Savage for putting that together for her birthday.
Well, you know, she allows me to borrow you for the 2 hours we do for the show. And the other hour we do on Friday.
3 hours in a week.
Yes. So we want to thank everybody for watching the show. I appreciate that. And do we want to do, I mean, there's 6 people. Do we run the CMN just one last time just to end the show that way?
Sure. We could end the show that way instead.
We'll end the show that way. And then we'll go into, you know, how Raider Milt, aka, you know, my head coach, my head coach, but my defensive coach. He's a football coach, Coach Wallace. So let's end it this way. We're going to end on CMN for those who are still watching, who want to watch it again. It will be back up on YouTube tonight on its own. It has its own playlist. So do that. And thank you for those who are new subscribers. We appreciate that. We're trying to get to 400K. We don't have a prize or anything yet. We just want to know you guys love us. So
hey, we'll figure something out.
We're trying to get to 500. We'll figure out for 500, but we want to get to these milestones. 400 is only 12 away. Only 12 away. Here we go. One more time, CMN, and we'll close it out. Everybody have a good night. We'll come back on Friday, talk about the Browns. Could it be AOC 12 versus Shador? Could it be? Could it be? I don't know. Oh, yeah. See you guys on Friday. Here we go.
This is CMN, a Cage Match News update.
Hello, this is Asylum Burgundy at the Al Davis News Desk for your Cage Match News update. The Raiders played the Cowboys on Monday Night Football and succumbed to a Monday Night Massacre. Straight okay. This Max Crosby strip sack is the only real highlight we got. Ugh. Because then we did this stupid shit.
We didn't think that it would happen to us, but shit, he did it, you know. Did I just say shit? Yeah, sorry. Bleep that out, please.
Yes, shit. This surprise onside punt surprised ourselves. I don't know what to say anymore. Just stop putting this team on primetime until they earn it. It's like airing dirty laundry.
That's tipped and picked. Intercepted by Marquise Bell.
Gino has entered the chat.
And I keep saying this, man. If something don't look right out there, blame it on me, right? If it don't look right, blame it on me. That's all you can do. Blame it on me. If your kids mess up at school, blame it on me. Car break down going to work, blame it on me.
Here at CMN, we are about testing theories, so we put this one to the test.
I'm doing the odd thing,
Oh, no.
Look what you've done. You have creamed my garage door.
If it don't look right, blame it on me.
3, 2, 1! 1, 2, 3! What the heck is bothering me? Finally. Almost lost it there. Complete control now. 3, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3. What the heck is bothering me?
It is clear this theory doesn't work in stressful situations. It just makes things worse. Busted. As much as this game was a flop, it was the first Monday night game back after the YouTube Disney dispute. Let's welcome the chairman of Disney, Mickey Mouse. How's it going?
Hello, Asylum Burgundy. Thank you for having me.
No, thank you. So tell us, from the beginning, what really happened.
Disney went to Google, searched "Where's my money?" and no results, so we had to research ourselves.
But why now during the middle of college football and NFL season?
It's just business. The cheese needed to be sharper than cheddar.
But weren't you afraid of angering people and losing customers?
You know, negotiations ain't easy. But we did it. YouTube TV had the money. We just wanted to make sure it wasn't a mousetrap.
Wow, Tell the people how you really feel out there watching.
Aren't you glad to have your precious ESPN and Monday Night Football back? You're welcome.
Let go of me. You got nothing. I know Roger move along. If there's nothing else to see, that's all, folks. I like the sound of that. That's all, folks.
Well, that was random. Lastly, Shedeur Sanders could start this Sunday against the Raiders. Okay, I'm done. Peace.